All right, now let's have us some revolutions. How should we organize this, Stan? Let's begin with Latin America's most successful country as defined by quality of soccer team. So Brazil, he said as thousands of Argentines booed him, is obviously different because it was ruled not by Spain but by Portugal. But like a lot of revolutions in Latin America, it was fairly conservative. The Creoles wanted to maintain their privilege while also achieving independence from the Peninsulares. And also, like a lot of Latin American revolutions, it featured Napoleon. Freaking Napoleon, you're everywhere. He's behind me, isn't he? Gah! So when Napoleon took over Portugal in 1807, the entire Portuguese royal family and their royal court decamped to Brazil. And it turned out they loved Brazil. King João loved Brazil so much. Off topic, but do you think that JWoww named herself after King João? I mean, does she have that kind of historical sensibility? I think she does. So King João's life in Rio was so good that even after Napoleon was defeated at the Battle of Waterloo, he just kind of stayed in Brazil. And then by 1820, the Portuguese in Portugal were like, hey, maybe you should come back and govern us, King of Portugal. So in 1821, he reluctantly returned to Lisbon, leaving his son, Prince Pedro, behind. Meanwhile, Brazilian Creoles were organizing themselves around the idea that they were culturally different from Portugal, and they eventually formed a Brazilian party. Stan, not that kind of party, come on. Yes, that kind. A Brazilian party to lobby for independence. Then in 1822, they convinced Prince Pedro of boring old Portugal that he should just become King Pedro of sexy big Brazil. So Pedro declared Brazil an independent constitutional monarchy with himself as king. As a result, Brazil achieved independence without much bloodshed and managed to hold on to that social hierarchy with the plantation owners on top. And that explains why Brazil was the last New World country to abolish slavery, not fully abandoning it until 1888.